lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
Welcome everyone to Auto Club Speedway with the KMM NewGen Cup Series. I'm here in the booth with Joseph Lester tonight. We're looking forward to an exciting race. After these guys coming off a week off after being at Watkins Glen, where James Santoyo was our victor.
Yeah, what an amazing race that was. You saw some side-by-side action. You saw some beating and banging towards the back of the pack. You pretty much saw it all. It was caution-free as we didn't have any stage cautions, but we did have like a stage. There just wasn't thrown a caution. But as you said, James Santoyo dominated that race and led basically every lap. He swept all the stages and showed that he's a force to be reckoned with for this year.
Absolutely. And, we come into this track, with this car, and they've made a few changes to the way the car drives. I took a few laps at Auto Club a little earlier tonight, and it really tends to push you to that high line. But I think we'll see guys running. Well, I mean, they'll be running 3 and 4 wide as we go down the straightaways, and especially down the front stretch here. So, looking for a lot of excitement. This car does, will tend to give some long green flags at this track, but we'll just have to see how everything plays out tonight.
Yeah, it should really be interesting to see. As you said, you'll see some guys running up towards the top, but there's not really a median between the top and the bottom. The middle lane really isn't where you want to be. You either want to be painting that white line kind of like Harvick does at Atlanta, or you want to be ripping the top like Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you'll find some guys that just like at Chicagoland when they get on that seam does help the car get just a little loose, and you may see a little bit of snappiness. These guys are running a fixed setup though, so everybody should be on the same ground, same foundation. So we'll see what these guys do tonight. There've been some pretty fast laps out there in qualifying tonight. We've got about a minute and 30, 45 seconds left in qualifying here. So we'll get this wrapped up and we'll see where these guys. We've got some fast cars, who have been fast this season, starting a little further back in the field tonight, Joseph. We've got Christopher Pendle. He's starting toward the back a little bit, and so early on, we'll see if these guys can make it to the front.
Yeah, we see Pendle starting in the back, and we see some other guys towards the back, like Ira Kohlhaas. He's starting around 10th. And, I mean, it really should be interesting to see some of these heavy favorites heading into this race go
Yeah,
in and see them starting not as high as we really expect to see them, but it should really be interesting to see, like, what um line they're gonna run to get through and how long it'll take them to get to the front.
yeah, absolutely. We're just about ready to wrap up qualifying here. About 30 seconds left. Looks like we've got all but a couple of people who've taken their laps so far. And we had a few people, take last week off. They knew that, wasn't going to be a good race for them, so they figured they would save themselves the time. But we're back in, a pretty sizable field here tonight. So, we're looking forward, like I say, to a good race. We've got some cars sprinkled throughout the field that have been strong so far this season. We've got David Orfano up toward the front. We've got John Garrett in the top 10. Last week's winner, James Santoyo, he's up there. And as you talked about, Ira Kohlhaas, he was our Chicago winner, and he's qualified in the top 10. So looking forward to a great race, and we're getting ready to get gridded up and go green here.
Well, you mentioned earlier some people skipped last week. That's not necessarily true because last week was an off week, but I know you're talking about Watkins Glen, which maybe not everybody's favorite as they're used to these big ovals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Watkins Glen being the road course of the season, um, you know, they got that out of the way. So we were going to be at nighttime here at Auto Club Speedway, which is a little different than the race will be, in Fontana this weekend. But this should tend to a little bit more grip for these guys. And let's go ahead and go through the starting lineup.
First, we got John McIntyre starting on pole. Second, we got David Orfano looking to show some speed after a good run last week. George Jewell will start third. Fourth, Brandon Massey. Fifth, John Garrett. Sixth, Nathan Eastep finished second at Watkins Glen. Seventh, last time's winner is James Santoyo. Eighth, Jonathan Cogswell. Ninth, Kevin Givney. 10th, Ira Kohlhaas.
And starting 11th, we have Todd Cleek in the 4 car. Starting 12th, we have James McCanney. And starting 13th, Kyle Harbin. 14th, David Mayo. 15th, we have Ron Morris in the 76. Bill Sleep in the 62 will roll off 16th. George Kovacic will start out 17th in the 65. Chris Pendle, one of our top runners so far this season, he'll start back in the field a little bit in 18th. Josh Pontbriand starts 19th, alongside Nolan Pontbriand in 20th.
21st, we'll have David Motospal. 22nd, we got Sid Butler. 23rd, Steve Rada had a good run at Chicagoland. 24th, we got Zach Woods. 25th, we got Nathan Luck. 26th, Zachary Cleek. 27th, Angel Santiago. 28th, Andrew Hurley. And 29th, Harold Barnes.
These guys are getting rolled off here. As you can see, the lights are off on top of that Ford Mustang pace car. And getting ready to go green here, and looking forward to a really exciting race. It's an awful nice looking Valvoline Mustang up there getting that pole tonight. So we'll see if he can keep that car up there, that number 2 Valvoline Mustang. And David Lorfano, he mentioned at Chicagoland when we were there that his car tends to come in on the long runs. So we'll see if we get some long runs here, and we're getting ready to go green, Joseph.
Yeah, we are. And you mentioned David Orfano. I was able to catch up with him earlier today, and he said that his car is handling pretty well, and he's excited to get this underway. But we're about to go green here, as we are off and underway at Auto Club Speedway for 100 laps. John McIntyre will lead him to the green as David Orfano gets a pretty good jump on the outside. George Jewell will follow in third. These guys heading into turn 1 and 2. We're going to see almost a pack race with how the draft works here. You'll be about 4/10 back, and you'll be able to close in right on the straightaway. But here we go down the backstretch.
Absolutely. You see David Lorfano, he's pulling in on the 2 of McIntyre. We already have one going a little wide coming out of 2 there. I believe that was David Motorspall. So here they come, going out into 4. Trying to single out, trying to get some green flag laps under their belts. These cars usually take a lap or 2 to get the tires warm, and then they usually take off. So we'll see how they go. Brandon Massey was fast in practice, and here he comes looking on the outside of, falling in behind Lorfano there as Lorfano comes up to block.
Yeah, and we see David Orfano looking to the outside. He told me earlier that he was going to be running that top line, trying to get the momentum. And now he's going for the lead against John McIntyre. Will he be able to get it down the backstretch? Not yet. But it looks like he gets a huge run and uses the draft to his advantage. He'll be on the inside going into 3. We got a caution. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Just as Lorfano was getting ready to take the lead there, it looks like the 1 of Motorspall gets a little loose here. Oh goodness. Looks like 62 of Bill Seat got loose there in the middle of the corner. As we were talking earlier, they do like to sort of snap loose a little bit if you get into it too early, in the middle of the corner there. So as you can see right there, he was already turned around, and David Motorspall really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he had already committed to that top, and it's really hard once you committed to change lanes. And either way, even if he had changed lanes, he would have spun into somebody else. I have a feeling. Just unfortunate circumstances right there, but we'll rack them up again and go back at it.
Yeah, I think the key, Joseph, these guys need to understand that these tires take a couple, 2 or 3 laps to sort of get warmed up and settled in. And I think we can really get some good racing if they can could just get settled in, get some green flag laps under their belts, see how these cars are going to run. When these cars first came out on iRacing, you could just about hold it flat out on some of these big tracks, but it's a little bit different now. We've got the same package as the real life cars with that lower spoiler and a little bit more horsepower. So, tends to lead to some good racing, but we need to get some laps in our belt, get the tires warmed up, and hopefully we'll get some of that tonight.
Yeah, they really got to calm down, say, hey, it's lap 4. That was a little mistake. Let's get back at it, and let's try to get a long green flag run, because you can make it about 50 laps on fuel, and if you can make it to lap 50, then you'll be able to one-stop it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get settled in here.
Yeah, and just a little tidbit about Auto Club. It's in Fontana, of course, sort of near LA. And there's actually been some scenes for movies filmed here. There was Herbie there was the Terminator had a scene shot here. A lot of tracks, or not a lot of tracks, this track in particular really has some cool history behind it with movies being filmed here.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when they opened this track back in '97. Of course, luckily, thankfully, my favorite driver Jeff Gordon won the inaugural event in '97, and then one of NASCAR's greatest drivers of all time won his first race here in 2002, Jimmy Johnson. So definitely a lot of good races here. This track does tend to fall to a little bit of a fuel mileage race. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some laps in here. And looks like the pace lights are out on top of that Ford Mustang pace car. We should be going green next time by. These guys are getting all lined up. It looks like as we restart, we'll have John McIntyre as our leader. David Orfano is in second. Brandon Massey in the 5 is in third. Nathan Eastep will be fourth. John Garrett up to the 5th position. George Jewell falling in 6th. Jonathan Cogswell 7th. Last week's winner, James Santoyo, is in 8th. Ira Kohlhaas moved up one spot so far to 9th. And then we have the 31 car. He is up to 10th. So definitely some movers there early. We'll see if we can't get settled in and get some more laps. And we'll be going green as we're getting ready to come through 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a test of attrition here today. With 100 laps, that's 200 miles, which that's one of the longer races this season. We'll just have to see how these drivers are able to combat that. But here we go. We're about to go green once again as the pace car lights are off, and it's about to duck down onto pit lane. And these guys are tightening those seatbelts one more time, and they are green flag and rolling here at Auto Club once again.
And McIntyre brings them down slow. Trying to get the jump. Looks like the 5 of Massey is going to push him down front straightaway. Nathan Eastep is hanging with David Lorfano.
Yeah, we saw a really good restart by the 5 of Brandon Massey. He was able to push the 2 of John McIntyre up ahead of David Orfano, and you could see these drivers spread out. And a big wiggle by McIntyre, and that'll let Brandon Massey pull up, but they're 3 wide behind, so that'll kind of stall out, and John McIntyre won't be held accountable for that little mistake there.
Yeah, but here they come. Nathan Eastep to the inside, looking for that lead. Coming out of turn 4, this long front straightaway. Brandon Massey falling in behind Nathan Eastep to give him a push, and Lorfano pushes John McIntyre back to the lead.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. If you can get a couple guys lined up on that outside, it's really going to be a hard time to get by anybody, really.
Here comes Nathan Eastep back to the inside. David Lorfano trying to look on the inside of John McIntyre. I think they need to focus on getting some laps. Here comes John Garrett, the 66, up behind Lorfano. They're starting to form that outside lane.
Yeah, that outside lane's definitely forming, and you're seeing these guys all start to migrate to the top. Oh, we got a spinner! I believe he was able to save it.
And the caution's out.
Not sure what happened there. Let's see if we got it right here. Oh, looks like it had already started with the 20 of Jason McKay, or McCanny.
65 was involved. Looks like Angel Santiago may have been caught up in that as well.
So it looks like he was a little bit loose, and it just spun him around. And big contact for the guys in the back. Angel Santiago involved. Plenty of drivers involved here. Man, that just stinks for those guys back in there, just trying to ride it out a little bit, and well, they got caught up in it.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are starting to get settled in the front. Here comes Garrett. Well, I thought he was going to pit there. Maybe he was trying to pull some people down pit road. But yeah, unfortunate these guys are having to use that fast repair this early. Certainly wanted to go ahead and do that so they don't fall behind, because this is a track that if you fall behind, you can get lapped in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, you really can, because especially with the draft the way it is, so strong this week, it really does mean if you lose that draft, then it's going to be a long day, and they're going to catch you pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important. These heat cycles on these tires are not really going to help it. They tend to sort of tighten the car up a little bit. So we'll have to see what happens here. I really think that these guys just need to settle in, get some laps in, and they can go racing. I still have a long way to go here. 90 laps to go here at Auto Club is a long day.
Yeah, it really is, and I mean, they're going around this track at about 40 seconds a lap, 41, but I mean, that's not too long.
I mean, you're looking at probably 45 minutes to an hour. That's if we go green the whole time. Of course, certainly these caution laps are going to lengthen the race a little bit. So, you know,
Yeah, if we go green, it'll take about 37 minutes. But I don't think we'll go green the rest of the way. I think we'll get a couple more cautions, but let's hope not. Let's hope they go green, and
yeah,
we'll
these
just
guys
have to
certainly
see.
do like to make it exciting. That's for sure.
Yeah, they definitely do, and um, it's definitely fun watching them week in and week out. But pace car lights are off, and we're about to go green this time, so hopefully we get some more green flag laps here, but we'll just have to see.
Here we come. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Excuse me. And we're coming out of turn 2, going down the back stretch. These guys are getting, you know, getting ready to go green here again. And certainly, a lot of new paint schemes out here this week. So these guys have had a little off week last week. Some of these guys have some new paint on there. Really liking that number 5 Mountain Dew car.
Yeah, it really is a nice scheme, and but we're about to go back green here. And the pace car lights are off, and they're about to duck back into pit road once again. And we're about to go racing here at Auto Club Speedway.
McIntyre's bringing him down slow again. That's been his thing tonight. He likes to bring him down slow and tries to get a good jump. Here they come. Looks like David Lorfano got a good jump. John Garrett pushing him in down in the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2. Nathan Estep right on the bumper, John McIntyre.
Yeah, Nathan Estep really just gave him a really good push. Maybe didn't hit him, but it was more like an arrow push. He could sort of see the air. And now David Orfano on the top coming, and Nathan Estep drops in behind him. Will David Orfano duck to the bottom? He will. He's going to go to the inside of our leader, John McIntyre. Can he get by him here? No, they're going to be a drag race down the back front stretch. He's going to side draft a little bit. Not make contact, though. He has the help from Nathan Estep. Will he get him at the turn 1? I think he does. But, oh, Nathan Estep could make it 3 wide. Couldn't quite do it. And they are still 2 wide. Look at the gap, the 2 lanes in between. There, you could fit another 2 or 3 cars in there. That's how wide this track is.
Yeah, I think that really hurt David Lorfano going around that low. He lost that momentum. On that high line, you really get a good run. That's what happened that previous lap. But I think he needs to settle in here, get in that high line, maybe just ride a little bit. As you can see, they're 3 and 4 wide, a little further back in the pack.
Yeah, there is some crazy racing back in the pack here, but looks like they got it all sorted out, and we got a race for the lead once again with Nathan Estep trying to pass instead of David Orfano.
David Orfano's not too far behind. Here they come. Nathan Estep looking to the inside of John McIntyre as we come out of turn 2 down the long backstretch.
And
Brandon Massey looking on the inside of David Orfano just a little further back.
Brandon Massey looked, but he ducked back in. But Nathan Estep trying to make a move here. He got him a little loose on the entry. Can he get him and continue the momentum out? He has it set up perfectly. That's the best we've seen anybody set it up. 1 and 2 is really the passing zone. You can hit the bottom much better through there. Oh, they almost made contact there through the front stretch. And now John McIntyre got really loose, and Nathan Estep takes over the lead.
Yes, he did. He got loose there in the middle. Gets loose coming off of... Oh, and he wrecks right in front of David Orfano. Oh, and it takes out several cars. The 34 involved. 2 of John McIntyre was involved. Also David Orfano involved.
Oh, looks like he just got a little bit loose. Came back up into Orfano, and then, man, that stinks for them guys. And, man, that has to suck for them. Oh, he came back up onto the track, and looks like he may be done waiting for that tow truck.
Yeah, that's the thing about these cars. If you get them just a little... If they're stopped and you're trying to get turned around, it will whip around on you pretty quick, and that's what happened to Orfano there as he tried to get rolling again. So, we thought there might be some more cautions. I don't think we thought it would be the top 3 that were involved there.
Yeah, a lot of good guys were involved in that. David Orfano did get back going, though, so not too bad. He does have a fast repair. Just unfortunate he has to use it so early in the race here.
It'll certainly be fun watching that 8 car coming through the field, just to see how he makes his way through traffic. As we are here again, we're under caution here at Auto Club.
But while we're under caution, let's try to get Nathan Estep, our leader, in here and see what he's thinking. Hey Nathan, this is the broadcast booth. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we saw you be able to make that move on the leader, and then I don't know what you saw happen, but looks like all chaos broke loose as soon as you got by them.
Yeah, I chose the perfect time to get by them, I guess. Yeah, I just saw everybody wrecking in my mirror, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but that was fun on the front stretch here. I got a good side draft on him, then he got me back, but I think he drove it a little too deep into one there. But no, these guys are definitely fun here. The update's pretty good.
Yeah, how's the car handling tonight with this setup, Nathan?
It's loose on the bottom, and it's kind of in the middle, and it's really tight up high, so there's really no one way to feel the car. It's kind of weird, but it's fun. I've gotten loose a few times off of 2 and 4, so I think that's why these guys keep on looping it, just giving it a little too much fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully you guys will get some green laps here and get some heat in those tires, and I think it'll settle in. But good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
That was our leader in Nathan Estep, and man, like he said, it's just getting a little loose out of the corners, and it's really starting to bite him here.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're getting ready, I believe we're coming to 1 to go. No, yep, we got pace lights are out on top of the pace car.
And like he said, these cars really just, there's no in between. Whatever line you're running, it's loose on the bottom. It feels pretty good in the middle, and then it's wrecking tight, plowing tight on the top. So there's no really in between, and it's really personal preference on what you like in your car and I think that's where they should run. If they get a little loose, maybe go up to the top, maybe.
Yeah, Gonna have to do something to get settled in, that's for sure. We've got David Lafano getting caught back up to the field. Looks like he hasn't taken that fast repair yet, so I think he's just going to try to wait and see how things pan out here. If he gets to the field, maybe he'll take that fast repair later in the race. But as he gets caught back up here to the field coming down the backstretch.
But yeah, just a crazy turn of events here in the first little bit, and these guys building up anticipation as we're on lap 17 out of 100, and we really haven't seen what these guys can do.
No, we haven't. I mean, you look, last week's winner is already up to 4th place, so James Santoyo having a good run again tonight.
Yeah, but we're about to go green here, and Nathan Eastep leading them down slow once again, and green flag is out. You saw a little wheel spin there, and the 5 of Brandon Massey has no help. The 55 of Nathan Eastep has John Garrett behind. They are both clear. That top did not get going quite as well as expected, and now we got to move for 3rd and Ron Morris. That inside is coming to the front.
Yeah, absolutely. As Brandon Massey gets to run, he's able to carry that momentum off the top side. I think you got also another one of our winners this season, Ira Kohlhaas. He's made his way up to the top 5 in that Pepsi machine.
Yeah, Ira's definitely put together a good season here, but it's still a long way to go, and we'll just have to see if these guys are able to hold on to their cars. But here we go into turn 1. It looks like John Garrett might be looking to make a move on our leader Nathan Eastep. Couldn't do it there, but we got Brandon Massey to the inside. Looking on the leader now, Nathan Eastep. They are side by side. Now it's for 2nd. It's
absolutely.
like
Brandon Massey gets quite the run there. Then you got Ron Morris looking on that high line. Brandon Massey's car is running really good in that low line. He's really getting a good run off the corner and shooting down the stretches. He looks to the inside of Nathan Eastep here coming off 4.
And man, what a run out of 4. Brandon Massey showing what it's all about. Then all the top gets linked up, and that's what you'll see happen. Now we see John Garrett try to pull to the bottom and clear Nathan Eastep. Can he do it? I think he can. He got clear there. They're going into the back stretch. Single file now. But man, this has been crazy racing, and it's only lap 20.
Absolutely. As here comes Ron Morris looking to the inside of Brandon Massey. And I think Brandon Massey's going to settle to run that high line. It looks like Ron Morris gets a little loose there. Comes up sort of a slide job there. So he gets a little loose coming out of 4. These guys are looks like they're getting settled in a little bit this time, Joseph.
Oh, you say that, and you saw a huge push to the leader, John Garrett, from Nathan Eastep. It got him a little loose, and that was able to keep him up or move him out of the way into the corner. And Nathan Eastep is looking to take off.
And Brandon Massey makes it 3 wide down the backstretch with Ron Morris in the middle, John Garrett up high. Here they come. Here.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon Massey's not having the best of luck down on the bottom. But we'll see as he's able to get to the inside of John Garrett now. Can he get clear? I think he does. Yeah, he does. And now he sets his sights on our leader, Nathan Eastep. Can he close in on Nathan Eastep as he's only 3/10 back?
Good, and Ron Morris there looking on the outside. Or trying to look on the inside of Massey on turn 1 and 2. Got a little low on the open, sort of de-wedged the car there. But Brandon Massey's got quite the hot rod tonight, so he's looking in to catch Nathan Eastep now.
Yeah, Brandon Massey definitely looking pretty strong here today. Nathan Eastep continues his good run from last week and propelling one position forward into that lead position. And it looks like he's ready to start pulling away, but Brandon Massey has other ideas as he's closed in fairly quickly.
Absolutely. As you say, that draft is starting to come into play as he gets a run down the backstretch here, looking on the inside of Nathan Eastep as we come down the backstretch. And we have John Garrett pushing Ron Morris there but in 3rd and 4th. So There's action all over the track, and these guys are certainly taking advantage of all 5 lanes here at this wide Auto Club Speedway.
I really like the way that 5 is looking up front. He's really able to roll the bottom better than anybody. And with everybody wanting to run the top, I think this race will be won on the bottom, because if you start catching lap traffic, then you're going to have to know how to run the bottom. And it seems like Brandon Massey knows how to do it better than anybody in the field right now.
Absolutely. Some drivers prefer driving a loose car. I know that you do. But it looks like down there on that low, as they said, that low side's a little loose. Brandon Massey, he's got some help coming to him with John Garrett down low now. That's what he's been missing, is that little bit of push behind him. This could be what it takes to get him out in the lead. As he looks now, he's almost clear of Nathan Eastep.
Oh, almost a little bit of contact.
As they come to the start-finish line, Brandon Massey will lead that lap.
Brandon Massey definitely took over the lead that time, but Nathan Eastep looking now. And they're swapping back and forth, looking to try to gain position. These guys are just way too even, and with no drafting help, it's like one's going to be good in the corner and one's going to be good down the straightaway. And if John Garrett can close in and give one of them help, I think that'll be what clears them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, like I said, I think that's what Massey needs there. Just a little push, but it looks like John Garrett, he's trying to see which lane he wants to take. But Brandon Massey leads this lap as well. Brandon Massey's really got a fast car tonight. He's able to make that car work just a little bit low through the corners, and that's giving him still quite a run down the straightaways here as he pokes that nose out front, trying to slide up in front of Eastep, and he will clear him going down the backstretch. And a new leader, 5 car, Massey.
Well, he's looking like his real-life counterpart, Kyle Larson. Definitely one of those guys that strives on the 2-mile tracks, but looks like Nathan Eastep looking to spoil the party. It looks like he tried diving it in on the bottom, just couldn't make it stick. John Garrett's going to look to the bottom now on him. Now they're going down the backstretch. He decides to tuck in line and push down the backstretch, which is an interesting strategy, but we saw it work for Nathan Eastep when he got by our former leader earlier.
Absolutely, and don't look now, but in 4th place, the 6 car, Chris Pendle, he's coming up through the field. He started back in 18th position. He's made his way up to the top 5.
Yeah, you definitely see Christopher come through the field. Quite often. He's not really known for his hot lapping ability, but in race, he's one of the fastest cars out there. So he's definitely one of my favorites to win the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, last week he did fall to 3rd in the points, but he's still having a great race. So here we come. These guys come down the backstretch. One thing about that backstretch, Joseph, as you well know, a lot of bumps. So these cars do get a little unsettled as they come into the turn 3 area. So Brandon Massey looks like he's got it figured out, though, as he's pulling out a little bit of a lead there as John Garrett tries to push Nathan Eastep to try to catch Brandon Massey.
Yeah, he's really putting it on him right now, and you're starting to see something we haven't really seen all week, as we've seen some of these guys test a little bit, and we saw that the bottom's going to be strong, and a lot of these other lines are going to be strong, but he's pulling away. Like, the draft has been way stronger than really any line in particular, and we're seeing something we haven't seen all week and pulling away from the draft.
Yeah, absolutely. He certainly does has a good car tonight, and as we were talking earlier as well, another one of our winners this season, Ira Kohlhaas, he is up to the 4th position. He started 10th tonight. He's starting to make his way forward as he got around the 6 of Pendle.
Now we do have some racing in the back of the pack with McIntyre and the 47 of Andrew Hurley, and this is some good racing back here. But I mean, we saw McIntyre do really good in the early run until he spun, but we'll see. Can he get back up there?
Absolutely. Here he comes. He's coming through the field here as we jump back up to our leader, Brandon Massey. And things are starting to, oh, as I say, things are starting to settle in. The caution is out.
Well, that was the stage finish there. So, that was an expected caution. Good stage win for our leader, Massey, and good for him.
Yeah, that certainly was a heck of a stage there. That last run there, he was starting to put some distance on the field. Now we'll bunch them back up. We'll see if these guys go ahead and pit and get some fresh tires and fuel, and we'll see how the next little stint works for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a good first stage, and I mean, we saw some good racing, but we also saw some crazy racing there in this start. I really expect to see this week in and week out.
Absolutely, these guys are starting to get settled in though. They're starting to get some time under their belts here at the track, and certainly I think we'll start to see things settle down here coming out of this stage. Just checking out the live chat on YouTube. Got some Jewel fans out there. Let us know who your favorite driver is. We'll give them a shout out. Most certainly as the drivers are coming down pit road now. Here they come down pit road. Do you think would anybody try to take 2 tires, or will they have to take 4, Joseph?
No, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to take 4, because something with this new next-gen car is the left side tires are wearing about the same as the right sides.
Here they come into pit road as they go up for service. You see them taking tires here. It's like John McIntyre is going to stay out. He pitted in that last caution, so here comes David Orfano into the pits to get his service. Everybody getting settled in here. We're coming out of the pits. We'll get everything re-racked. We'll see where everybody comes. I want to go ahead and thank one of our sponsors tonight, Hoosier Conveyor Company, located in Knightstown, Indiana. Hoosier Conveyor Company was born from the Hoosier Feeder Company family to help corner the market in the automation and feeder industry. Our products and services help companies to take the next step to automate their production line. We help to handle the first stage in the production line by feeding, separating, and orienting the product so that it may begin its journey. We also help with any conveying solutions to help move their product from one stage to the next. Hoosier Conveyor Company is an integrator in the United States for Dorner, meaning not only we can provide the equipment you need, but we can also custom tailor it for your specific needs. All right, we're getting ready to go green again. John McIntyre's back up front. They got the 20 of McCanny. He's there in second. He was one of those involved in earlier caution, so these guys are trying a little pitch strategy here, so this is certainly going to shake the field up a little bit. So we'll see how these cars who have been running a little further back in the field, how things pan out. So you got Brandon Massey coming out of the pits first, John Garrett second, Ira Kohlhaas coming out of the pits third, and then Nathan Eastep with their 4th place car coming out of the pits, and Chris Pendle coming out of the pits 5th. They won't start there because the 2 guys stayed out. We'll have to see how things pan out as we prepare to go green as the lights are right on top of the pace car. Looks like David Orfano got his damage fixed now, so looks like he'll come to this restart in about mid-pack. So we'll see how things pan out for him. Really curious to see how some of these cars who have been a little bit further back in how they react to being up front. We'll have to see how things pan out as the pace car gets ready to duck off the front straightaway.
Yeah, like you said, we saw some guys stayed out here on that last start, but we'll see how the new tires really take advantage because I've run some races this week and there's only been about half a second of fall off, and that was after 50 laps. So I don't think it's going to be that bad.
A little check up there on the leads. John McIntyre brings them down slow once again. You see some already people jockeying to get up on that top lane.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of guys jockey to that top lane, as you said, and it's really been the dominant lane all night, and it still is apparently. So
it's the dominant lane unless you're in the 5 car, where he can go just about wherever he wants. He falls in 4th here behind Nathan Eastep. We'll see if he can get things settled out and make his way back to the front. As John Garrett takes a look to the inside of John McIntyre. Here comes Brandon Massey looking on the inside of the 55 of Nathan Eastep. Here comes John Garrett looking to the inside of the 2 car.
Yeah, and it looks like John Garrett's able to pull up side by side with him, but it's been hard for anybody to pass McIntyre all night. They do it? No, not this time.
As Nathan Eastep tries to fill that hole that John Garrett lets open, John Garrett's just barely able to get back up in there. But here he comes to the inside, trying to get that momentum down the front stretch to get a little bit of draft and then duck underneath him. Here comes Brandon Massey looking underneath the 55 of Nathan Eastep. Chris Pendle looking on the outside. They're really, I think the guys are really getting settled in here. They're, and that high line's really starting to come into play.
Yeah, we talked to David Orfano earlier in the day, and he said it should be a top line race, and it definitely has been. And that's for sure.
As you say that, John Garrett ducks to the inside, looking to try to take the lead from John McIntyre going into 3. And he pulls a textbook slide job there.
Oh, he got in the wall, though!
Gets into the wall. John McIntyre gets back underneath him. As he crosses him over, ducks down in front of Brandon Massey. He'll get the push from the 5.
Yeah, this is side-by-side racing. We haven't seen this all night, and they're basically 2x2x2 for 3 lanes back.
And here comes Massey trying to give a shove to John Garrett. Nathan Eastep shoved to the 2, brings them out on top as John Garrett tries to keep digging there on the low line with Massey behind him.
Yeah, and I mean that
Here
first
comes Massey making it 3 wide for fourth place.
Massey making a huge move, maybe more of a massive move, and Massey was able to get on the inside, but not really take advantage, and he'll try to get clear in this next corner.
Here comes the 6 of Christopher Pendle as he comes up behind the 55 of Nathan Eastep. These cars get such a run when they're behind another driver, and they try to make something happen with all that energy. As here comes Brandon Massey diving down low again.
Yeah, well, like I said, this race is going to be won on the bottom, and I definitely see him being the best car on the bottom at this point.
Absolutely. The only thing that's keeping them back right now is those 3 cars are sort of locked up in a tight draft there for first, second, and third.
Yeah, and these guys really close to each other, almost like a tandem and drifting. They're so close. It's like one's riding the top and one's riding the middle, and they're about an inch apart, and it's really interesting to see.
Here comes Massey Eastep looking to take the lead.
Eastep was able to take the lead.
Oh, and Pendle in the wall there coming out of 4.
Yeah,
that's the second car we've seen do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there was a slight wind change at the end of that stage, and it seems like that might have affected the cars handling out of turn 4.
And here comes the 5 looking on the inside of the 6 of Pendle. He pulls back in line. As Nathan Eastep's pulling away a little bit. Brandon Massey wants to get around these guys so he can try to keep touch with that 55.
Yeah, Brandon Massey definitely been a guy to watch on the longer runs, and we're starting to see him start to come in about 5 laps into that run. That's when you really start to see the bottom come into play, and it's pretty neat to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got, once those tires get worn in just a little bit, get a little heat in them, they do like to stick, and he'll start rolling that bottom here soon. He's moved his way up to third, looking at third. Now he's looking at second as we go down the backstretch into 3.
Looking at second, he is. Christopher Pendle got a little loose, and that's gonna
give him the chance to get in front of him there as he keeps that momentum rolling.
And Brandon Massey definitely trying to pull on that inside. Just doesn't have any help, but he's really rolling that bottom really well.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, he gets a run off that bottom better than most drivers I've seen here tonight as he settles in third place behind the 6 of Pendle.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely interesting to see all these different lanes being used. And one thing we haven't really talked about is the speed increase from the last time we raced here. Last time we raced here, it was about a max speed of about 186. They're going upwards of 200 mile per hour here today, and that's the type of Auto Club racing we all love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. These big tracks, we like this. They've got a little bit more horsepower this year, about 120 more horsepower than the cars had last year. And certainly, it's been some great racing so far.
Yeah, it looks like David Orfano looking to make a move on Ira Kohlhaas. Ira's definitely been kind of quiet here today, and that's something you kind of want to see out of tracks like this. Maybe not your best, but if you could just solidly sneak in that top 10 here and there, that can be a big momentum boost to not have your greatest race, but at a track you might not be the best at, you start pulling and getting in the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely, Joseph. You're right there. So he's certainly trying to get settled in here. There's still a long way to go. 55 laps to go. Nathan Eastep, our leader. Chris Pendle in second. Brandon Massey third. And here looking in fourth place, the 97 of Pontbriand. Here he comes to the front.
We don't normally talk about Nolan Pontbriand, but here he is up in the front, showing them that, hey, I can do this just as well as you guys can.
Absolutely. I think these guys may be seeing that black Goodrich car in their thing like that. Man, I should just get out of the way. Here comes the Intimidator.
Yeah, definitely that could be the case, and Nolan definitely showing that keeping that car clean is really helping him, because last couple weeks he's been getting caught up in a little bit of stuff early in the race and not being able to rebound, but here he is battling for that third spot now.
Absolutely. He's moved around Brandon Massey. As Brandon Massey, man, got those tires a little hot down there on that low line. Nolan Pontbriand, he's staying up high. That's helping those tires, and he is catching these leaders at a pretty good clip.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to close in, and that's one of the things we might not have expected, kind of like Chris Buescher last year at Homestead, just showing that I'm not known for being up front, but here I am. I have some tracks, and I'm going to be up here.
Absolutely. Well, he's showing that he belongs up here with these guys as he's running about a lane and a half off the top. Well, that's allowing him to keep his momentum up, but also allows him to save those tires a little bit. So really, really good. Glad to see Nolan having a great run tonight. Got that number 97 Goodrich car headed toward the front.
Yeah, Nolan's definitely put on a great show, and he's kind of waiting behind these guys. They're almost in a 4-car tandem, just trying to pull away from that second pack.
Yeah, absolutely. They pulled off about a second lead on the 5th place car, Jonathan Cogswell.
Yeah,
I
these
think
guys.
these guys are finally settling in and getting some laps, and I think, they're just trying to click some laps off and try to get to the end of this race. Here comes Nolan Pombrion looking on the outside of Chris Pendle. Here he comes. He's going to get that nose out there.
Nolan
And Pendle's able to
Pombrion
shut the door.
is coming to the front. He was able to look to the outside of Christopher Pendle, but nothing really to show for it. But he is right up against the wall. He is higher than anybody I see on track.
Here he comes, as he's certainly got that car. Well, he is one of the fastest cars on the track right now, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And honestly, I don't think it's just one of the. I think he might be the fastest car on track right now.
Here comes the 5 of Brandon Massey trying to get that low line. He's let those tires cool off a little bit. Jonathan Cogswell is caught into the tail end of this pack. As Cogswell looks on the inside of Brandon Massey, now he's got to deal with that challenge from behind. And that gives Nolan Pombrion a chance to look at. And here comes the 6 of Pendle underneath Nathan Estep, as Nathan Estep gets a little loose there coming off a 4.
Well, we saw him hit the wall in 4, and now it looks like he's able to keep the lead there, and Nolan Pombrion is up into second.
Here he comes, looking down. He's up to second, now third. They're changing positions about every corner, so he's going to gain that momentum down the backstretch here. And he's going to gain that draft on that 55, and his next car that he wants to pass is that 55 of Nathan Estep. What a run here by the 97 of Pombrion.
And Nathan Estep has a little bit of damage from where he hit the wall. Maybe that'll help Nolan get up by him. And man, what an impressive performance by him. But no, Jonathan Cogswell is looking for third. He is closed in from about 2 seconds back. And he saved the little tires in the start of this run, and it's definitely starting to show.
Absolutely. Here's Nolan Pombrion. Looks a little low on Nathan Estep, trying to make Nathan think, make him think, where's Nolan going to go? Nolan gets a good run right in the tire tracks of the 55 as we go down the backstretch. Jonathan Cogswell gets in between the 5 and the 6 there.
Now what? We have about 8 laps until the stage ends, so these drivers are definitely starting to get more tense in the cockpit. And the guys who can stay the calmest are the ones that are coming to the front. And you're seeing Nolan Pombrion and Jonathan Cogswell, some of those drivers, being able to do that.
Absolutely. Just such a good thing to see this young kid in that 97. He's having a great run tonight. I love seeing these younger kids running with these older guys. It certainly makes these older guys think, what in the world am I going to do now? If he's only this age, what's he going to be like in a couple of years? So here comes Nolan Pombrion looking there. He's certainly got Nathan Estep running a little bit higher to block that high line run, but Nolan Pombrion sticking right with Nathan Estep in the 55, and Brandon Massey gets to the outside of Jonathan Cogswell. These positions are changing just about every lap here.
Now, can Nolan Pombrion be kind of just chilling behind our leader Nathan Estep, waiting for a mistake, or maybe even waiting for the final lap of the stage to maybe pull a slide job off and try to get the stage win?
I certainly think he's got quite the car right now. As he's just trying to keep the car clean as he looks a lane low there on Nathan Estep. As we come to 5 to go in the stage this time by. Here comes the 5 of Brandon Massey looking on the inside of the 6 of Chris Pendle.
Pendle definitely giving a big push to the second place car of Pombrion. And now, what does Nathan Estep do? He has to defend 2 lanes with Chris Pendle running a little bit higher than Pombrion. Which driver do you want to take the air off of?
Well, he's just going to have to try to keep the car where he can keep the most momentum. As here comes the 5 of Brandon Massey looking on the low side again. He's starting to make some ground up down there. Here he comes all the way up to second place after that dive and through 3 and 4.
Yeah, we saw Nolan Pontbriand get right up on Nathan Estep's rear, and his front end of the car just lost a little bit of grip. But now we're going to see if he can do it again. Can he get to that nose or bumper and get him loose instead of himself?
Well, that's the thing. If you get up there, you want to, the diffuser on these cars does allow a little bit of air to get to the nose of that car behind, but it's still not as good as clean air, and that's what Nathan Estep has in his favor right now is that clean air. Nolan Pontbriand's running right on that top lane, though, so he's trying to get all that momentum so he can dive. Here comes Brandon Massey again, trying to move up to third.
Yeah, Nolan Pontbriand definitely looking on the inside, starting to peak on the inside. Every time by, I see him getting lower and lower, seeing if anybody will go with him, and that's just nobody who's willing to go with him right now, other than maybe Brandon Massey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Nolan's just sort of riding here. He knows he's got a couple laps left in the stage, and he's just trying to. The time is, he looks there in the inside, going down the backstretch. He's got a run on him.
Here we go. Can he pull it off? It looks like Nathan Estep was able to get a little bit better run off the corner, but Nolan's going to suck right back up to him on the straightaway.
Absolutely. That's the thing. When those guys are staying up high, that's keeping that momentum up. And when you're going that little bit low line, it sort of pinches off the speed a little bit. You lose that momentum. That's the one thing about being the leader. You can just sort of run high line, and they've got to pass you. You don't have to pass anybody else. You're already the leader. So
now we are approaching some lap traffic here in Zachary Woods, so that could be some interesting topic to see as we're coming to 2 to go in the stage.
Absolutely, as we come down to the 2 to go. Here comes Nolan Pontbriand. He tried to get a tow off of one of those lap cars to help propel him by the 55 and Nathan Estep.
Well, it looks like Chris Pendel's had not as much pressure from behind this lap. Will he be able to suck up and help Pontbriand get by?
That's one thing that Nathan Estep was getting a little bit of tow off that one of Motorspile going down the backstretch there. That made it probably.
Oh, he's in the wall!
Nathan Estep gets into the wall.
Oh, and the lap car blocks him low! Wow, what craziness just ensued, and Pontbriand has a chance to go back at him. Now we got Brandon Massey.
Pontbriand's going to get a great run here. He's back just far enough where he can get really good run.
Will he dive it in deep into this corner, trying to get by him?
We know the 5 will.
Yeah.
There's the 5 looking down low on Pontbriand.
And it looks like Brandon Massey might be able to pull this off. No, it looks like Pontbriand will continue to use the momentum, and that should be the stage right there.
Absolutely. What a run for that 97 of Pontbriand there. And there's out for the end of the stage. Nathan Estep wins stage 2 as well.
Yep, Nathan Estep definitely putting on a good performance. We talked to him earlier, said he really liked the way the cars were handling. And, man, how crazy is that stage?
I'm telling you, the racing, these guys are settled in. They know what their cars can do. I'm really curious to see what this 97. We got a little bit longer run coming up here to finish the race. So we'll have to see what that 97, how he can get things going. And these guys are, it's been a fantastic race. We got a good green flag run in there, and fantastic racing. They didn't get strung out. These guys staying right on top of each other. through the entire run. It was such an awesome little second stage there. Really excited for that 97 car, though. Um, we'll let him pit. We'll see if we can't pull Nolan in here. We already talked to Nathan tonight. We'll see if we can't pull Nolan in here and see what his thoughts are and see how that car's running tonight here as soon as they finish their pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, what a run by Nolan. And I don't know about you, but he can definitely he's shown flashes throughout the season. His great run at Daytona, and he's only building on it here today at Auto Club.
Absolutely. As they bring him, everybody comes down pit road. It's time to fill up those tanks for this last run of probably about 35 laps when we go back green. There goes Nolan Pompbriand diving in to get his tires and fuel. But yeah, we'll give these guys a chance to get their pit stops in. We'll see if we can't bring Nolan in and see how that car's running tonight and see what he thinks his chances are here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, what a run by him, and we see these guys getting some four tires here as I don't think Nathan Estep had gotten tires that last stop. Looks like he had a little bit of a prolonged pit stop.
Let's go ahead and pull Nolan Pompbriand in and see what his thoughts are. Hey Nolan, this is Damon and Joseph in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Telling you what, man, you got that 97 Goodwrench car flying tonight. You running that top line. I told Joseph, I said, I think these guys think the Intimidator's coming up behind them because you were certainly making some moves there. How's the car?
It's running great. I just got some new tires. Hopefully I can still control it.
Well,
But
buddy,
yeah, the car's pretty good.
awesome, man. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My team. Yeah, I want to shout out my teammates
Awesome.
and my team. So
Well, Noah, man, you're doing a great job, man. We're enjoying watching you tonight. So good luck the rest of the way. We'll be watching.
thank you.
You're welcome, man. That's Noah Pompbriand. You can sort of sense the excitement in his voice, Joseph. So he knows he's got a fast hot rod, and he's just trying to hold on to it and keep it clean here. He's certainly got a great shot. As the top five have been shook up a little bit here. We've got Jonathan Cogswell as our leader, Nolan Pompbriand second. The 5 of Brandon Massey coming out third. And then our Kohlhaas will be fourth. Jeremy Cleek will be fifth. And it looks like David Lorfano heads up to the 6th position. So we've had a lot of action here, and the pace lights are out on top of that pace car. We're getting ready to go green. So who you think is going to do it, Joseph? Are we going to have some more green flag run? And what are your thoughts?
I really like the way Brandon Massey was able to run the bottom, but something about Nolan Pompbriand on that last stage was able to do something I haven't seen many guys do, and drive from about 10th to 2nd in only 30 laps.
Yeah, he certainly is having a good run here as Jonathan Coswell is bringing him down. So we're going to see how we go here. As the pace car is off, we're coming down for a restart.
And green flag is underway as Jonathan Cogswell will lead the field to green, and Ira Kohlhaas will follow on the outside. Nolan Pompbriand on the inside. Looks like he's trying to duck into the top. He's able to get there.
Absolutely, as these guys are sailing in. Ira Kohlhaas, a new player tonight in that 29 Pepsi ride. And here comes Nolan Pompbriand. He's not finished tonight. Oh, as the 5 of Brandon Massey gets we're wrecking on the backstretch.
Oh, huge wreck in the backstretch. We saw great green flag racing in that second stage, and man, that was just madness.
Yeah, we had some guys get loose, but I saw Brandon Massey shoot low down onto the apron there on the backstretch, and I'm sure there was some checkup there. We'll have to see what happened here. Oh, Chris Pendle gets loose. Oh, he slams the inside wall. He's
Yeah,
got other
but
guys behind. Nathan Estep involved.
I'm not necessarily sure that was what the wreck was, though. We'll have to
I think
see.
yeah, I think he was checking up.
Oh, it was way
Oh,
up in front.
oh, and Nathan Estep involved.
Let's see if we can go to Nathan Estep's perspective here. Oh, looks like they were
James
already wrecking.
Santoyo. Yeah, it looks like James Santoyo got sideways. He collected. There's sort of chain reaction from there. And I think the sixth of Pendle, I think he was just reacting and then just lost control and hit the inside wall there. So unfortunate for those guys. That's what happens when you get back in the back of the pack, though. It certainly is bringing some new players to the front here.
Yeah, I think what started that whole thing is Nolan got a little loose out of two, and that caused a chain reaction, and everybody went crazy trying to miss it.
Yeah, several cars got out of shape there. The five of Massey, he got loose coming out of the corner, so certainly a chain reaction. But we'll see if we can't get settled in. Here comes the lucky dog to come around and get it, on his laps back.
But man, what a crazy race this has been, and I'd like to ask you what some of your thoughts throughout this whole race.
Well, I was really excited. We've got some green flag running in there. These guys really kept it exciting. They, weren't able to get away from each other, and they kept in that tight draft. I really think, you were talking about how the low line's going to come into play. I really think that we're going to see that high line. Somebody's going to have to. You're going to have to stay on that high line and then make a move at the very last moment to win this race. I think that's how it's going to turn out.
I agree, and I think honestly, I think this is going to be a good green flag run, maybe to the end.
As the lights are out on top of the pace car, we'll be going green next time by. Here we are. Our leader, Jonathan Cogswell, our co-host second. Nolan Pombrion in third. The 11 of Cleek up to fourth. I'm not sure if we're going to do a 3-wide start or what's going on. So I think we may have some confusion where people are supposed to be. Right, there we go. I think the 47 Hurling is where he needs to be now. A little confusion on the positioning there, so they're getting things settled out. We're getting ready to go green. David Lorfano back up to fifth.
Yeah, David Orfano moving through the field here today as he was starting up front and got collected in the mess with the two of
The two of McIntyre.
yeah, McIntyre, and man, what a crazy wreck that was. But we're back green as Jonathan Cogswell is going, and Ira Kohlhaas has no help on the bottom, and that top lane is formed up.
Already, they're already in line and pushing toward the front. Angel Santiago in that 90 making his way to the front.
Yeah, such a good, much needed good run for him today. last couple weeks he's been caught up in a few messes, and he's really showing what he can do.
Here we are, 3 and 4 wide, back through the field.
Now
Here
Zachary Cleek will go looking towards the lead.
Yeah, Cleek goes low, and he takes the lead from the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell.
Oh, and Cogswell will come right back at him as Cleek's in the wall. Angel Santiago looking for third now against Ira Kojas. He'll have it.
And here comes the 47 of Hurley. That top line coming into play. People are just riding that train all the way to the front.
Oh, big wiggle by Zachary Creek, and
collects the 47 of Hurley. He just got loose there coming out of the corner. And it was on from there.
He gets loose and calamity ensues behind him. Let's watch as we see here. He gets loose, overcorrects. The 47's involved. The 8 of David Orfano's involved. Plenty of others caught up in that. Man, unfortunate to see there, and just really heartbreaking for David Orfano. And yeah, I think Nolan Pontbriand was in that too.
Also showing Angel Santiago, he just barely made it through that. And he's up to second place now. So that little incident had a lot of cars checking up. I think people are starting to get situated back to in their positions. We'll have to let the field sort of settle back in, and we'll see where everybody's running as the cars get back in their positions.
But yeah, they're getting back in position, and I mean,
yeah, just looking in the YouTube chat, somebody else said the guys aren't taking it easy on their tires. Said they're going to spin with too much gas and fresh tires. They got to let those tires get settled in. So he's absolutely right. So good looking out there on the YouTube chat. So let us know who your favorite drivers are. We're certainly, let's see who your favorite drivers are. Let us know. We'll give them a shout out. And Jonathan Cogswell is our leader now in the 27 in that Ford Mustang. Angel Santiago second, Brandon Massey third, John Garrett in fourth, Nolan Pontbriand heads back to fifth.
yeah, I mean, great racing up front, and I believe that's Josh Pontbriand up in fifth. Nolan is back in the 12th position.
You are right. That's the 96 there.
97 is Nolan.
That's right. Thank you for catching that, Joseph. The one consistent thing up front tonight has been that 5 of Brandon Massey, though. So we'll see if these guys can hold that 5 off. He certainly has been fast, and the way things are going, being down low can certainly, certainly be a good thing for Brandon Massey if these guys keep wrecking up high.
Yeah, there's been a lot of craziness back there, and I mean, we're on lap 70. It's winding down, and we're seeing some of these guys up front that we haven't seen all year in season, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see these guys having a good run. As the lights are out on the pace car, we'll be going green next time by.
And yeah, the pace car lights are out, and we're going to be going green with 27 laps to go. So, laps are winding down, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Oh, absolutely. We got 26 to go when we take the green flag here. Good to see that 90 up front. He like you said, he has had some sour luck this year, but good to see him up front. and got that ESBN on the rear quarter panel there. So one of our colleagues. So good to see him running up front.
Yeah, good to see Angel up front, but we're about to go green, and this is about to get exciting.
Absolutely. So hopefully these guys will get settled out, and we'll get us a good green flag run the rest of the way. Here we come. We're coming through turn 4 onto the front stretch.
Jonathan Cogswell, Angel Santiago will lead him into the green flag, and here we go. Angel Santiago gets a good jump, and he has help from the 5 of Brandon Massey. This is one of the better jumps we've seen on the inside, but oh, he looks like he missed a shift, and that'll lead Kevin Gibney into 3rd. John Garrett in 2nd, 4th Nathan Eastep. He's already back up front after taking the faster pair.
And here we come. Angel Santiago gets loose coming out of 2. Looks like he's able to gather it up and save it. So no harm, no foul there. Unfortunate for him. Here comes John Garrett looking to the inside of 27 of Cogswell. And here comes Nathan Eastep. He's been strong all night, caught up in a couple of instances. Here he comes to the front.
And there we go. John Garrett has taken over the lead. Nathan Eastep looking to take 2nd. And it's just crazy to see all this exciting racing.
Absolutely. Here they come through 1 and 2. That John Garrett running a little bit lower line. But here comes Brandon Massey looking on the inside of the 31 of Gibney. And Josh Pontbriand gets a little bit loose there coming out of turn 2. Turn 2, if you get into it just a little earlier than you need to, it's going to get a little loose on you. These guys really got to be careful on that throttle. Act like there's an egg under the pedal. And the caution is out.
And that was the caution. It was Todd Cleek getting a little loose and just spinning out there. Unfortunate for him, but hope to see him back up front another time, but tonight just wasn't his night.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is, we get, same song, different verse. We've got some of these guys, some of the strong runners from early in the night are still up front. We've got John Garrett still up front, Nathan Eastep, Brandon Massey. The new players in there, Jonathan Cogswell, Kevin Gibney, and Josh Pontbriand in the 96. And then the 07 of George Jewell. He was fast in practice and in qualifying, so just looking forward to see what these guys have here.
Now, I got a little trivia question for you all in chat. How many drivers from California have won at Auto Club in the NASCAR Cup Series? We'll give y'all a little bit of time to think about that, but there have been 43 drivers in total to win, so that's a little hint.
Three drivers in total to win, and you want to know how many drivers are from the state of California that have won at California?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely quite a few, but we'll just have to see.
I'm going to say, I know my guess is, so we'll see what everybody else's guess is.
Okay, you can go ahead and give your guess.
Well, I want to wait and see whatever we got so far. And I'll see if I can name them as well. But we've already got a guess in the chat of 4.
Yeah, we'll give you until...
He says he has no clue, but I think he's pretty close.
Well, we'll just have to see. We'll give it until we get to the back stretch on
Scott
one to
Leonard
green.
says 4.
That could be it. We'll just have to see.
And I do promise that I'm not looking it up. I'm not Googling it. I'm sitting here watching this. I'm going to go on just on who I believe it is. Here we come. Down the front stretch, we're getting ready to go one to green here as the lights are out on top of the pace car. John Garrett, our leader.
Okay, since
Jonathan,
since the pace car lights are off, go ahead and make your pick or your guess.
so, so I'm going to go with chat and say there's four. And I think Scott Leonard has got the four drivers. So it should be Jeff Gordon was the inaugural winner here at uh, Auto Club. He won 97 and I believe 98 as well. He also won in in 2005, I want to say, and then I'm sorry, 2004, and then also Jimmy Johnson won his first race of his career in 2002, and then we had Larson winning here back to back, and then Kevin Harvick. So I think Scott Leonard's got it with those four.
Well, it was actually 9. Um, it looks like it was. Oh, my bad. This was actually. I think it was 4.
Yeah, I
So
think there may be 9 from all 3 series, but
yeah,
I
that
think
that was it. That was my
yeah,
mistake. My bad.
nine drivers from California in all 3 series, but just in the Cup Series, we've got 4. It'd be Harvick, Johnson, Gordon, and Larson. So, congratulations there, Scott Leonard. Good job. I love a little trivia. Here we go, coming back to green. 55 is right on that bumper of John Garrett as they get a jump. Here we are,
And
back to green.
John Garrett got a massive jump there, and man, what an impressive jump! And Nathan Estep got clear there too. So Nathan Estep's able to set his sights on the leader of John Garrett.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing because, like we've seen all night long, they get that big run.
Oh, spinning in the back! Oh, huge wreck! I think I see Bill Sleep was involved there. Oh, looks like he was a little bit sideways. Oh, it took out the 2 of McIntyre, and oh, so many good cars taken out in that one. Just unfortunate to see there, and man, that was a hard hit.
Yeah, it looks like Bill Sleep just gets a little loose coming out of 2. And then, as you say, calamity ensues.
Just a huge wreck there, and unfortunate that so many good cars got taken out in that.
Absolutely. I hate to see that for these guys.
But, I mean, I kind of expected to see this a little bit in this final stage. Drivers are trying to scramble for positions. Oh, we got a couple cars ducking onto pit lane. Oh, he faked it. He even got me faked out there.
Here we come. We'll have about 15 laps to go when we get back to green here.
No, I think it'll be about 18 laps to go. Not too bad, but
Yep, we got them in the chat again saying these guys need to take it easy for a couple of laps and let the tires get worn in. I'm not sure if there's going to be a car out there that's not had some kind of incident here before the night's up, so Yeah, sort of looking through the 5 of Brandon Massey. That car looks pretty clean.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these cars looking clean, and I think Brandon Massey running that bottom really helped him, but looks like the pace car lights are going to go off when we cross the line here, so we'll have one to green as we cross the line.
These guys are getting settled in. We'll see if we can't get us a good run in here.
Yep, those pace car lights are off, and here we go. And once again, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in. If you want to continue seeing races like this, go ahead, drop a like on the video or the stream, and then go share it to your friends and family.
Absolutely. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Ring that bell. That way you'll get notification when we go live. Certainly got some new players up front. The 31 of Gibney sort of biding his time. He's made it to the front now. So curious to see what turns out here toward the end. So they're coming down the back stretch, getting ready to go through 3 and 4, and we'll see how things shake out here with about 17 to go as when we take the green. Here we come as that pace car gets ready to duck off. The pace car is in. Here comes John Garrett bringing them down. Bringing them down pretty slow. Here he takes off.
Sean Garrett got a huge jump there, and Nathan Estep will have to pull in and drop into the top, I think. But no, he's been taken 3 wide there by Kevin Gibney and Jonathan Cogswell. Can Kevin Gibney get up there? Nathan Estep throws a huge block, and oh, they're spinning again. He saved it, and oh, he comes back up. He saves it, and oh, looks like Nolan Pombrion was involved as well.
Unfortunate for Nolan there. He's had such a great run this evening. But looks like that the 31 there just got loose, and it was on from there.
Yeah, let's look and see what happened from his point of view. Not sure what happened. Oh, this was a previous.
Yeah, so he gets loose there and he tries to save it and comes right back up in front of the pack.
Unfortunate for him, but it does look like he's on full power, so shouldn't be that too bad. Too bad. But definitely unfortunate to see for him.
Yeah, Nolan Pontbrun got pinched over into the 07 of George Jewell. Unfortunate for both those guys. Both of them had really fast cars. Really important. You'll hear these guys telling each other, especially when a car starts to, make sure those guys hold the brake. I know they want to try to save it, but you also don't want to take out your fellow competitors. So, unfortunate for the guys who got caught up on that. Unfortunate for Nolan Pontbrun. He's having such a good run tonight. We'll see if he can't. I don't think he's had much damage. Maybe he can duck in there and get some damage fixed here toward the end of the race and still make a shot at it.
Yeah, and we're gonna go back up to the lead here with John Garrett. But let's see here. Let's see if we can get a hold of our second place finisher, Jonathan Cogswell. Hey Jonathan, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
A great run here today. Coming here to 15 to go. We got a couple cautions back to back. What are your um plans to get by our leader and John Garrett?
Want to be careful on the inside in the beginning of the race. So I sent it inside too hard, and I like the outside a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that top line really gets that momentum up, and I told Joseph earlier, I think it's going to be important to stay in that high line and then maybe make a move or a dive there toward the end. So you're running awful good out there tonight, Jonathan. So good luck the rest of the way, man.
Let's hold on for a podium, and maybe I'll get to talk to you guys again.
And that's what we hope, man. I hope you have a good run the rest of the night, man.
Thank you.
That's Jonathan Cogswell in the number 27. Certainly having a good run tonight.
Yeah, he sure was, or he sure is, and pace car lights are off, and he's about to go green again.
Here we go.
Last time we were at an oval, it was Chicagoland, and we saw pretty much the same thing in the last stage there as we have here. But then, with about 15 to go, we saw a nice long green flag run to the finish. Hopefully we can see that again, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I do know a message was sent out to the drivers, so we'll try to calm down a little bit, try to get some green flag running in. So hopefully we'll get to finish it, without a yellow coming into play. It certainly has been some exciting racing all night long. Gotta watch that 5 car, Brandon Massey. He's up there in the 4th position, right behind John Garrett. So I know that these guys both have been getting some good restarts. We'll see what happens here as we get ready to go green here coming around, getting ready to go into 3 and 4 as we come down the backstretch.
Yeah, a lot of these guys been able to get good restarts up front, but we'll see. Can they put together another good restart here? We'll just have to see. We're about to go green flag again.
Here we go as they come down the front stretch. John Garrett, our leader, he tried to get a good jump. As the pace car ducks off, Brandon Massey pulls right up behind John Garrett. Will they work together and try to get a little bit out of there and then settle it between themselves?
And it looks like a huge jump for John Garrett, and Brandon Massey is clear. I told you the race was going to be won on the bottom. Now, he has been able to run the bottom the best out of anybody, maybe the only one who has even gone down there. And he's up in 2nd now, so like I said, he's kept his car clean all night, and we're starting to see the results.
Absolutely, as we see John Garrett trying to break the draft here. Here comes Brandon Massey getting that car down low.
Yeah, it looks like John Garrett got really tight. He's in the wall, and Brandon Massey being able to run that bottom line just got him the lead.
Absolutely.
And the caution's out. Again.
Brandon Massey should be our leader there.
Let's see what happened here. I believe it was with Andrew Hurley. Looks like he got in the wall and it just went around. Oh, David Orfano involved as well. Man, stinks for Orfano, but man, what craziness just happened.
Yeah, I think going down the backstretch here at Auto Club, those bumps certainly do get it. It looks like somebody might have been in the wall ahead of Hurley, and then Hurley tries to get out of the way and get off the track before Orfano clips him there. Unfortunate for those guys. As we come to 10 to go this time by. Here we are. These guys are settling in. We come to 10 to go this time by. Brandon Massey, our leader. John Garrett, second. Jonathan Cogswell, third. Chris Pendleton, fourth. Ira Kohlhaas, fifth. Sid Butler up to sixth tonight. Good run for him. Josh Brown in seventh. Angel Santiago in the 90 is up to eighth. And we have Ron Morris Jr. Running in the ninth position, and Zachary Cleek back up to 10th. So we'll have to see how these things pan out for these guys as we get ready to go for this last 10 laps.
Yeah, it sure will. And we're about to come to one of the green here. Or no, the pace car lights aren't off. So it should be interesting to see what's happening here with that. Looks like the 47 had a little issue with connection, and that caused him to tap the wall, and it just destroyed the car. That's coming from himself.
Yeah, I think a little bit of net code there. It's what it looked like. It looked like the wall just sort of reached out and grabbed him. So, and that's what happens when the net code happens. So, unfortunate for him and those who are involved. But we'll certainly see if we can't get some more laps in here. Dave Lafano out there, still he's the last car on the lead lap. So we'll see how things pan out here. Do you think anybody will duck in and try to get tires or anything? Or are they done pitting from here?
If there's a time to pit, it'll be the next caution. So I don't think they're gonna have any cautions now, but we'll just have to see.
All right, as we're settling in. And we'll be going green next time by as the lights are right on top of the pace car. That'll put us at green with 8 laps to go.
Yeah,
eight lap dash for the trophy.
yeah, we'll have a little 9-lap dash for the trophy here. Not too shabby. But, I mean, Brandon Massey picked the top lane here. We've seen a lot of the leaders do that. And he'll lead Chris Pendle. And this second car has been getting clear quite often. So, it's going to be Pendle versus Massey, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Massey's... I think he's just going to try to get gone as quick as possible. I don't think he's going to wait. So... I think that's going to be the key, is to just get gone and get yourself clear of traffic and then just set sail.
Yeah, it sure will, and Queen Air has definitely been king today. But we'll just have to see as we're about to go green once again.
Here we go. Here comes the pace car out of turn 4.
Let's go on board with Massey here for this restart.
As he gets a good jump. Pendle right behind him. I think that was the key, to get out there and get set sail. Jonathan Cogswell jumps up behind the 6 of Chris Pendle. And Brandon Massey is just saying, guys, let's keep this green for 9 more laps.
Yeah, just looking out that front windshield, seeing that...
Oh, they're wrecking. Big wreck coming out of 2.
Oh, looks like Nathan Eastep just got turned there. And, man, huge wreck there.
Oh, yeah, it looks like the 96 of Josh Brown. They got a little loose coming out of the corner and just sort of on from there. we want to thank you, Andrew Hurley, for the comments in there. We try to get better and learn as we go week by week, but you guys put on a heck of a show. We certainly do appreciate it, and just the work. What he said there. He's super proud of his guys, giving him a fast Slim Jim Chevy, and thinks he had a top 5 car. Just had some bad luck, but he said he's hitting the tunnel and headed out. So thank you, Andrew Hurley, for those words. We appreciate that. And he's definitely been fast every week. Just had some bad luck, and hopefully things will get a little bit better for him, and he'll get him a good run here coming up soon.
Yeah, for sure. And had a good run going today, just simply bad luck.
Yeah. Good old Netco to get you every time. I know it affected you not too long ago. Unfortunately, it happens. It's part of it. So
Definitely.
here we come. These guys are getting settled in and trying to get those tires cleaned off to see if they get them a good restart here, and we'll get the restart with about 5 laps to go.
Quick little trivia once again for people in chat. Do you all know who won the inaugural NASCAR Cup Series race at Auto Club?
And we did talk about this earlier tonight.
So, I mean,
I can tell you that Rusty Wallace really wanted to bring this one home for the captain because Roger Penske owned the track at the time. So he certainly was not happy that he wasn't able to bring that home for the captain, but
yeah, definitely. And we're about to go green, so get your answers in, and we'll see. But the answer was Jeff Gordon. So
good try, Austin. Dale Earnhardt was there. He didn't have a good run that day, but yeah, Jeff Gordon won the first 2 races at Auto Club. That was sort of in his peak, in his heyday, and went on to win his 2nd championship that year. Yep, Scott Leonard got it as well, Jeff Gordon. Here we coming to get the green flag as the light's right on top of the pace car. Jonathan Cogswell staying right up on that bumper of Brandon Massey, hoping when he gets that jump, he can jump with him and get clear of the second place car on that inside line there of John Garrett. But here they come. Pace car is off.
they're
Here
holding.
Massey.
Green
Heck
flag
of
is
a
in the
jump.
air. Brandon Massey with a huge jump there, and John Garrett did not get the greatest of jumps, and Jonathan Cogswell will come on the outside, but Pendel is pushing Garrett up in front of Cogswell, and he'll get clear. And now John Garrett is on the inside of our leader, Brandon Massey. Wow, what craziness just happened. And now they're side by side down the backstretch. It's a drag race.
Here we go. Brandon Massey running that high line. Keep that momentum up. There he cuts across the nose of John Garrett. That's the line he's been running all night. Here comes the 6 of Pendle up high.
Oh, he got loose. He got
Brandon Massey
loose.
gets a little loose. Hey, we're 4 wide now. They're looking 3 wide for the lead.
And now Chris Pendel has taken over the lead. Who would have thought he would be up here after not really talking about him all day? We could see Angel Santiago in the picture.
And here comes Jonathan Cogswell, 27. These guys aren't finished. Well, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Ira Kohlhaas on the inside.
Ira definitely doing his due diligence. Now Jonathan Cogswell on the inside. And these guys are battling as Angel just says, keep on doing it, and I'm coming. Oh, he's in the wall. I spoke too soon.
There's still a lot of time left, and these cars are pretty stout, so we'll see how it goes. Here comes Brandon Massey on the inside of our Kohlhaas. They're 3 wide for third.
Yeah, 3 wide, and Chris Pendel continues to lead as Jonathan Cogswell's in the middle, looking for a lane. Ira Kohlhaas gets a little loose. He's off the track. Jonathan Cogswell able to duck in line. Brandon Massey going to the inside.
Here comes Brandon Massey. He's been running that inside line all night long. He gets that one heck of a run on the inside. He's inside of Jonathan Cogswell in second, and he's looking at the lead. He's inside Pendle coming down the straightaway.
We saw John Garrett get in the wall just a little bit there. And now Chris Pendel is on the outside continuing to lead. We saw Brandon Massey get side by side with him. He just couldn't take it quite enough there. But you can see him pull right up in the corners. It's just the straightaways that bites him. Can he get a little help from Jonathan Cogswell, or will Cogswell stay in line with Pendel?
Here we come. We're coming to the white flag lap. This time around, Brandon Massey gets that run underneath Chris Pendle.
Brandon Massey on the inside. Christopher Pendel on the outside. Cogswell following behind. It's Massey, no, Pendle this lap.
And
Coming
we get
into
the white
turn
flag.
1.
Can
What will
Brandon Massey
Cogswell
get clear?
do? We'll have to see. That was the closest he had been. And now you got the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. Oh, and it looks like he got clear. He's going to force it up. Oh, man, he was so close to being clear. I would have taken that.
Side by side, here they come. As Cogswell gives the 6 a little bit of push. Brandon Massey looking on the inside. He's going to get that run as he has all night long. Here they come to the finish line. It's going to be side by side.
Side by side, coming to the line. It's going to be Pendle for his second win of the season.
Oh, my goodness. What a race.
Wow. Pendle showing off his...
Ever?
No, I've never.
What a fantastic finish.
Wow. How crazy was that?
That was an amazing run there to the end. What a race.
What a race. What a finish.
Andrew Hurley called it. He said, my money's on Pendle. And Chris Pendle wins it.
Well, Hurley, you would have made a lot of money with that bet.
Absolutely. Here comes Pendle to burn it down. Absolutely, Austin. Wow, what a finish.
And you see Cogswell and Massey were tied at the line. How crazy is that?
It looks like Cogswell had him by 4 thousandths of a second.
Wow, that is just insane. But let's try to get our third place finisher, Brandon Massey, in here.
Brandon Massey, this is Damon and Joseph in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm telling you what, man, that was probably one of the most exciting races we've had this season. You guys really put on a show tonight. How was that 5-car running?
It was good. I just made a mistake there on that restart and got a little bit free and had to pass I don't know how many cars to even get back there and contend. And so, but we were good. We were good all race long. We were better on older tires, I feel like, than a lot of the field. And we didn't take tires that first stage, and we were running with the leaders. And I think maybe one or two of them and throughout that second stage maybe had fresh tires. I ain't for sure, but we were just as good as they was with our older tires. And all those cautions late there really costed me. I wasn't really able to wear in the tires where I wanted them to be, but all in all, it finally feels good to actually have a decent run. Is I've up until tonight, I've literally got to race about 8 laps with this series, so it felt good to get up here and contend, and hopefully we put on a good show for you guys.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, it was a fantastic run. You could really see your car. You were about the only person who could run that low line and really shoot down the back stretch and the front stretch. So, but congratulations on your run. Anybody want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, man. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to, I want to thank the good Lord above, man, because without him, we couldn't do what we do. I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you. I love you all. They support me in everything. I want to give a shout out to my wife, my kiddos. I love you, doll. Thank you for your support. But my sponsors, I'm going to give a shout out to PepsiCo, hashtag 2769, David Sparks, Hopkinsville, Kentucky for the Mountain Dew sponsorship, Intimidation Creations, RJS Automotive, The Old Shed, Buckshot Tools, Amsoil, Cooper Creek Synthetics, everybody that pitches in. My teammate Ira in the 29, we made a little bit of contact there. I didn't realize we were 4 wide, but I think he still had a top 5 or top 7 finish, something like that. So, but all in all, man, just everyone that helps out on this car, and shout out to the league, and you guys, I'm sure, did a fantastic job up here, about like you do every weekend, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, I just excited. We got a podium finally.
There you go, man. It was a great run. Congratulations, and go have you a nice cold Mountain Dew, brother.
Absolutely, that's where I'm headed. Thank you.
All right, bud. Have a good one. That's Brandon Massey, our third place finisher tonight, by 0.004 of a second, no less. But congratulations to him, and what a great run by Brandon. We'll go ahead and see if we can pull our second place finisher in. Jonathan Cogswell, it's Damon Joseph in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, man. We're glad you're back. We're glad to have you in the booth here. And what fantastic final laps there that you guys put on a show.
I was holding on for dear life, trying to keep podium.
You certainly did a great job, man. You stuck right there on Pendle's rear end, and I think that was key. And I think he owes you a cold Mountain Dew from Brandon Massey, because I think you giving him the push is what got Pendle that win. So, anybody you want to thank tonight, Jonathan?
Well, I'd like to thank R1 Graphics for making my car paint, and Dairy Queen for sponsoring me. I'd like to thank the league administrators, and I'd like to thank you guys in the booth. I think everyone is doing an excellent job, including the drivers.
Absolutely, it was certainly a great race. But congratulations tonight, Jonathan, on a second place finish. You keep doing this, you're gonna be getting that checkered flag sometime soon. I just know it's coming for you, buddy.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great race. But congratulations, sir, and we'll let you back to celebrate with your team.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you again sometime.
Have a good day, sir. That was Jonathan Cogswell, our second place finisher. We'll see if we can find our winner.
Hey, Chris, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, guys, I got you.
Man, what a race! And you came out of nowhere there at the end, kind of like the closer. You're almost reminding me of Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, I got in that wreck early, beginning of stage 3, and just lost control of it and slid in the wall, and I had to use my fast repair there and start in the back. But I was just patient, worked my way up. Just let's let the race come to me, and I was able to get up there and race for a win. I tell you what, that was nerve-wracking. I mean, I've had some nerve-wracking races before, but this one was crazy because it's just like you had to be on the outside to make passes, and the 5 was doing everything he could at the bottom to make the passes, and I just had to run off the top, and I was able to use that to my advantage. And thanks to 27 there for taking us 3 wide, because if he had took us 3 wide, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, you certainly had a great run tonight, Chris, and you guys really made it exciting. Who all you want to thank tonight?
Obviously, thanks. Thank you to KMM for putting this league on. Thank you to our sponsors over at Deep Racing, Circle V Diecast, Blackwater Suds, Old Timer Hat Company. And obviously thank you to everybody that helps me along the way. All my sponsors, and thank you to Angel for putting on the league. Thank you guys for broadcasting. I love racing here. I didn't get a chance to race all season last year, so coming in here and winning two out of the first 3 or 4, I think that's something to go. And good job tonight to everybody racing. We had a couple rough spots, but we got around it, and we all did pretty good. And that was a fun race to race. Usually I don't like Auto Club. I hate Auto Club, and somehow I made it work tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, this package sure lends to an exciting race, and you guys certainly did put on a show tonight. But congratulations, Chris, and I know you're going to have good things this season, and it looks like this may probably put you back in the points league. So congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for broadcasting for us. You guys do a good job every week.
You're welcome, man. Thank you, and have a good week, and congratulations.
Thanks, man.
That was our winner, Christopher Pendell. And second place, we had Jonathan Cogswell. Third, Brandon Massey. Fourth, Ron Morris Jr. Fifth, Kevin Gibney. Sixth, Sid Butler. Seventh, Ira Kohlhaas. Eighth, John Garrett. Ninth, David Mayo. 10th, Steve Rada. 11th, Angel Santiago. 12th, Nolan Pontbriand. 13th, Nathan Estep. 14th, James McCanney. 5th, Kyle Harbin.
And 16th, we have George Jewell. 17th, Josh Pontbriand. 18th, Zachary Cleek. And 19th, our last week's winner, James Santoyo. And 20th, David Motorspa. 21st, Bill Sleet. And 22nd, Todd Cleek. 23rd goes to Zach Woods. 24th, George Kovacic. And 25th, David Lorfano just couldn't get it straight there. Had a rough night. Andrew Hurley coming home 26th. John McIntyre, our pole sitter, in 27th. And Buddy Barnes in 28th.
Well, that rounds out the field here today. And, man, what a great race. Such an exciting finish. And we'd like to thank you all for watching. And until next time, peace.